a lot of you are afraid to be consecrated. And it's a bit funny when you are afraid of being consecrated, because in fact, it is a simple support system or group in the Lasallian family. You are now a family. The star here represents the foundation of the Institute, the 5 pillars of the Institute, where we got the word F, S, and C. Because we cannot call you brothers. Fratres, Scolarum, Christianarum cannot be. So don't be too serious about, I've become a brother or I've become a sister. Of course not. You will have a simple life as is. But there is a new meaning of your life now. You have a family who will support you. Are you afraid of that? Are you afraid that somebody will support you? Isn't it wonderful? The FSC here, F, S, and C. F represents our faith life. The S constitutes the 2 pillars of the Institute, which means service to the poor and accessibility to quality education. Service to the poor has something to do with justice. And finally, the C, the FSC that we are talking about, faith, service, communion now, represents the 2 last pillars of the Institute, which means equality and inclusivity. Okay, so that's why we have FSC. Second, don't be afraid that you have a support system. For those of you who are aspirants, I encourage you to become a member of this consecrated group, the elite group, okay, shall I say. Because we will be visiting here, we will be trying to promote the faith, and as one community, there are only 3 things we will always remember. Of course, we believe that there is God, that you have an afterlife, and that you have a soul. So these 3 things should be remembered as members of the Synod today. And lastly, this is a group of celebration. I'm sure you will have ups and downs in your work here. You start being called to be experts in this field, the doing. You become part of that work, the be doing, and later on, you will remember and you will notice that the do becomes negligible. And you are now being part of that community. Live Jesus in our hearts. Thank you. You can have our lunch now. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother, for the inspiring message. And before we proceed to lunch, I would like to call all the aspirants to have their picture taken together with the Bishop, Brother Jude, Brother Ray,